Hello and welcome to Tudor Electric Football Box Reveal, Episode 2.1, the follow-up. Now, in a normal episode of Box Reveal, you're watching me open a box and seeing what's inside. In Episode 2.1, what you're going to see is what I managed to do with them. Now, like most collectors, I keep a collection of spare figures. I even have some teams usually under construction, all different eras, all the way from big men to hog legs to black shoes, to Haiti black shoe to Haiti, and even Hong Kong. And after looking through those spares and those teams, I've lined some things up. And tonight I'm going to show you what we're going to do. All right, we're going to start first with these Falcons. Great team. This is the red jersey team. The team did have a couple of problems. It is missing, as you can see, there's 8, 9, we got 10 guys. It is missing a wide receiver. And also, the set had a guard with a broken foot. Move him out to the front there. And I found a broken hand on one of the tackles, this guy. After looking through my spare figures, I did find that wide receiver we were looking for, so that does make them an 11-man set. I can probably easily repair this guy's foot. This guy still got the broken hand, so this team will probably move into teams under construction status, but I definitely consider this one a success. Next set we're going to look at, real quick. These were these unusual Hong Kong black shoe Redskins. Now, what you can really see on this team is that they have just the one yellow stripe down the center of those helmets, rather than having yellow and white stripes like the team should. I knew I didn't have any spares of this team. How many guys do we have here? There's 6, there's 8. One of them's got a broken arm. I'm probably going to set these aside. I'll keep them as a team under construction rather than just putting them into my spares collection because they are unusual. You do occasionally see this team around. We might see these again. We might get lucky. Next. Nice partial set. And we got this guy of Hong Kong black shoe dark lions. Kind of the earlier version, good skin tones. Again, they have no white stripe down the center of the helmet, silver down the center with 2 blue stripes. There is going to be a happy conclusion to this story, because one of the very last transactions I had last year was buying this set. And this set is a 10-man set. They were missing just this one running back figure. So, between these two teams, I am going to be able to complete a team. It's going to be a success story. Always great to put a team back together again. Tudor made the teams. They put them out into the world. The world deconstructed and destroyed them. And part of my mission in life has been putting these great teams back together again. And I get a huge thrill out of it when I can do it. Next team we're going to look at, Black Shoe Patriots, dark uniforms. This team was missing a couple of guys, missing a quarterback, missing a wide receiver, missing a tackle. I went into my spares, and I did find the tackle and the wide receiver, the quarterback. I did not find the receiver figure. So this team certainly has been upgraded. We're up to a 10-man set now. They are going to be considered a team under construction. Next, Black Shoe Bengals, dark uniforms. This is actually an 11-man set. This poor guy here has a lot of problems. Missing both arms. At first, I thought this was going to be an easy fix because I actually had a set under construction. And here they are. This set was missing just one quarterback, and I figured between these two teams, we're going to be able to put this thing together. Unfortunately, this is what I discovered. My team under construction was a pasty set versus the good flesh tone set, so they aren't going to work. My fallback position then became going to my spares box. There I did find, with good flesh tones, a quarterback with one broken arm. He's not great either, but he's at least an upgrade, and we'll make a better substitute for this set until I can finally find a player to finish the set and make it a perfect set. Sometimes I have to go through several steps to complete these teams. All right, next team we're going to look at are going to be, if I can figure out where I set them down here, Dolphins. And I think these were 7 figures. So obviously with 7 figures, they needed a lot of help. My first step was to go to my teams under construction, where I did find an exact set of these same Dolphins. And there they are. That set was missing only a Caucasian guard, which I got in these spares. So with these spares, I'll be able to put a set together, and the remainder of the guys will end up going into my spares collection. Next team we're going to look at, Black Shoe 49ers. Pretty set, early set, good flesh tones. Right off the bat, it's really kind of hard to see probably on video here, but these guys have the gold paint. The early ones came with the really gold paint. You can see it better on the insides of these guys because they don't have the wear like they do on the outsides. But the early ones, like the Hog teams, came with this gold paint rather than the later tan paint. You can really see it shining on that tackle back there. You can see that guy's nice and gold. I had a set of dark 49ers, once again from the under construction file. Here they are, passing them by the camera. Unfortunately, after I looked at these guys, I realized that they're the later version. Although they have the good skin tones, they're painted with kind of that tannish, brownish paint rather than gold. So, although I have the necessary figures to put this set together, they just don't match with the paint. So, it looks like those gold guys are probably on their way to the spares box. All right, next team we're going to take a look at. I'm probably just going to talk about these more than anything else. I knew immediately that I did not have any spares of these guys. This is a team that, for me, because they have this red and white helmet like you're seeing here, just as the Hog team does, they stand in as my hog leg dark bills, even though the best you're ever going to do on this team as far as hogs actually go are finding the 2 wide receivers. Same story with the dark Dolphins with the orange helmets. Same story with the Patriots, even though the uniforms are the same. Finding those 2 wide receivers is the closest you're ever going to come to putting a hog team together. This team is going to go into teams under construction. Usually, a team doesn't get into my teams under construction unless the team has 9 figures or more, or if they are something very unusual like those Bills. All right, next team we're going to look at is one of those unusual type teams. These are hog leg dark Oilers painted in the dark blue, almost the navy blue paint job. Generally, Oilers come with a light blue paint job, and I actually had a team under construction. And I'll just kind of bring those in front of the camera here so you can see how light blue those are. Very different than these guys behind. But I also of transition rollers. Some of these guys are hogs. Some of these guys are chickens. We're going to take a quick look through here and just see if we can put this team together. All right, there's 3 guards. Look at this messed up wide receiver guy. See, he's a chicken. This one's a hog. We got 2 wide receivers. There's the 2 running backs. Got both tackles, and we've got 1 quarterback missing an arm. So, if I were to use these guys, there's my other quarterback figure. And I could actually upgrade that wide receiver figure. So I could put some semblance of a set together. There's 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 2 quarterbacks, 2 tackles, and there's our 3 guards. It would be a transition set with those dark uniforms. We still have a guy with a broken arm, so that's not the greatest thing in the world, but a set is born, I believe. If I didn't do this, I guess these guys would just be nothing for all eternity. Another quick couple of guys we're going to talk about real quick here. These 2 guys. These came along with the Steelers that I got. There's actually a set of Haiti Steelers. These guys are black shoe. You can see they're a little unusual because they have yellow socks. Normally those socks are painted white. On these guys, for whatever reason, and whenever you find this set, they are usually a transition team. You'll find them with hogs and with black shoe figures on the same team, and that's for whatever reason. So these guys are heading for the spares box, and I have a feeling I'm going to own them for eternity because that set will never come together. All right, we're going to take a look at a couple of these Haiti teams real quick. First, we'll look at these Steelers. Very common Haiti team, white shoe team. Steelers played in Super Bowls. They came in those Super Bowl sets just like the white shoe Cowboys in the white. These guys had 9 figures. They needed a guard. They needed a wide receiver. I went into my pile of spares. And success. There are the 2 figures. And that is now a complete set. Next, Haiti, white shoe, dark Vikings. Problem with this team were these 2 guys right here. I was a huge Viking fan in the late 70s when these guys were popular. We got one guy who's Ahmad Rashad, and we got one guy who's Sammy White, and it looks like whoever owned this team race changed these guys. So they would be correct at the time. I went into my spares box. I did not find a Viking white wide receiver to replace that guy. So that team is going to be a team under construction until the missing figure can be found. Next, dark Haiti white shoe Packers. Problem with this team were these 3 guys. Kind of an error team, actually. Came with 3 running backs and just the 1 wide receiver figure, and here he is. Went into my spares box. I did not find the missing wide receiver to be able to finish this team off, so they are going to be a team under construction. Give me a quick look at these guys, by the way. They're worth showing for one reason, if nothing else alone. They were the only team that I got in this entire purchase where I had all 11 figures. Nobody's broken, no broken arms, nobody missing, no race changes. This was the only complete team I got in this entire eBay purchase, so worth taking a peek at and acknowledging. All right, next we're going to look at a hog leg team. Hog leg dark Rams. You can see we got quite a few guys there. What do we got? 9 guys. So we needed 2 guys. I went into my spares collection, and I also, by the way, this guy had a broken arm. So really I needed 3 guys. I went into my spares collection, and I found that guy. I found the missing guard, and I found the missing wide receiver. So that is going to be a set. That's a success. All right, who should we look at next? Yeah, let's grab these Giants. Giants aren't the most interesting team in the world. There they are. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Giants. They needed 3 guys. I went into my spares collection. I did, in fact, find the 3 guys. You know, the hard thing is always finding the quarterbacks. So, unfortunately, the quarterback that came out of my spares collection is this guy. He's got a broken arm. So, this will now be an 11-man set. They're going to still be in my teams under construction box, so to speak, until the quarterback can be located. Similar situation here. This one was pretty cool. This was a little more of a challenge. These are Colts. Dark Colts, hog leg. 5 figures. Means I would have had to come up with 6 guys. I didn't have a team under construction, so I had to go to my spares box just to see what I had in there, if I could come close. And I actually came very close, because I did find all 6 of the positions I was looking for. But once again, we've got a quarterback with a broken arm. So I'm going to put these guys aside. They'll be in my teams under construction until I can get a good quarterback to put in there and make a whole team out of them. All right, something else we should look at here real quick. This one's going to be cool. Hog leg, black helmet, dark Saints. Very, very rare team. As you can see, I acquired 5 figures in this lot. I've actually had a team of Dark Saints under construction. So what we are going to do right now is we're going to see if we can improve upon that team under construction. And this team under construction's got a lot of problems. The 3 guards are good. That tackle is good. That quarterback is good. Running back, that guy is good. That wide receiver is good. And then here are all the guys with problems. Running back, race changed. Wide receiver, race changed. Quarterback, race changed and changed back. And an unfortunate error, they didn't paint the stripes on this guy's helmet or on his sleeves. So he's just an all black jersey and black helmet guy. So there are the 4 troubled figures. We are going to be able to fix this setup a little bit, because we did get a good tackle and we did get a good running back. So these guys will end up being spares. These guys will end up in the set, and that set is now just 2 guys shy. I mean, basically, if this guy were just race changed back, and this guy has already been race changed back, he was really well done, but he's been race changed. Very, very close to having a very, very rare set perfected. All right. Something else we'll take a quick look at. There are actually 5 black shoe dark bears. Good quarterback in there, and that always gives me hope when I find a good quarterback, especially when I know I've got teams under construction. And when I went into my teams under construction, I actually found not 1 but 2 sets of bears under construction. Unfortunately, both of these teams under construction have the same problems. Missing quarterbacks. The best I could find was one of them had a guy with broken arms. So at least I am going to be able to put together an 11-man set between all of this stuff. These guys, and these guys. I'm going to have an 11-man set, a whole bunch of extra spares, and the team still isn't going to be right. So they'll still be in the teams under construction, but Now you got to be patient. Sometimes it takes a long time to get these teams together. All right. Anything else worthy of mention here? Oh, we'll show you these real quick. Here is that giant pile of number stickers. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of pieces with this that came out of a few different fields. You can see there's a bunch of them that are in really good shape. There's every color of the rainbow. These things were cut in all these strips like this, but definitely useful, very cool to have. There were also altogether about 80 hog style bases, and I believe the final number was 29 on the dark green late 80s control style bases. All right, what else can I show you? Okay, couple more things real quick. Cowboys hog leg, not a complete team. I looked through my spares. I didn't have the necessary figures to finish them. I actually did have a transition cowboy team in my collection that has the two tackles are both big men. And I thought for a half a minute there about switching these guys into that set and just making a pure hog set out of them. But I didn't do it because I just hated to mess up that original transition team. And also, the paint on the pants was just a hair different. They were a little bit different, a little bit darker on my team in my collection, so I didn't do it. Here's these three Chiefs. When I first got these, I thought I might have actually really found something good here, because I had a team under construction, and according to my list, that team under construction, all they needed was the white running back. So when I pulled out that team under construction, I'll run them by the camera here. You can see those guys. These are guys with the white stripes on the sleeves. These guys don't have the white stripes on the sleeves. So I've still got a set of hog leg dark Chiefs with the stripes on the sleeves that need a running back. As for these three guys, they're going to end up in the spares box. Those couple of hog leg browns, really well painted. They're going to end up in the spares box also. Very pretty, but nothing I can make much use of at the moment. 6 hog leg dark Chargers, also headed to the spares box. 5 hog leg dark Cardinals. Again, real nice team, in good shape, everything. Couldn't do anything with them. I didn't have enough spares to make a team. Nothing under construction at the moment. Hog leg dark Packers on their way to the spares box. All right, I think I have covered everything. I appreciate your watching. Sorry if the video got a little long-winded. I'm very passionate about electric football. I love collecting teams. I love repairing teams. And I hope you love electric football as much as I do. I appreciate your watching my video, and please look for more in the future. Thanks. Good night.